Dad sent me, 15 female, to boarding school at a young age. Now he's upset that I don't like to spend more time with his family during the summers, threatening not to send me back to school this fall. I want to go back. Trigger warning for talks of suicide. Okay, so I've been attending boarding school since I was 10. I started the 5th grade at my boarding school. The reason why I started going so early is that my dad remarried, my mother killed herself when I was a baby, to my stepmom when I was 9. When she got pregnant with my brother, she insisted that I be sent to boarding school so that they can, quote, start fresh. I use quotes because I used to hear them talking about it while I still lived there. I actually heard the discussions they'd have at night about it when they thought I was sleeping. She said a lot of hurtful things then about me potentially being like my mom and potentially being a bad influence on their future children. But I guess she convinced him because he gave in and they sent me away. So I went to boarding school. They had my brother and then my sister, and I only see them in the summers and some holidays. In fact, a lot of holidays I spend are with my friends' families, which my father has always signed off on. This especially confuses me considering his change of heart this summer. I mean, I've spent the last 4 Thanksgiving holidays in other people's houses without comment. At first, I was extremely depressed. I was really attached to my father as a kid, and it took me a long time to deal with being sent away, especially when my siblings were born. I felt a lot of betrayal and resentment. But then I grew to deal with it. What really helped, and still helps, is that I have a wonderful group of friends at school, and the adults there are really supportive there. My closest 2 friends have been there since I've been there. I feel like they're my family. Also, a lot of the kids I go to school with deal what I'm dealing with in some form or the other, and this has given me a lot of perspective. Additionally, and I am really grateful for this and understand that in a lot of ways I've been given an amazing opportunity and have nothing to complain about in this respect, I go to a really nice school. I love the grounds, I love my classes, I love the extracurriculars, I love my teachers, and I love my friends. The picture people paint of boarding schools isn't the one that I experience. It's pretty easy for me to say that I prefer being at school 100 times more than I prefer being at my father and stepmom's home. When I'm in their home, I feel like an outsider. They do their thing and I do mine. It's especially awful though because I still get the sense that my stepmother doesn't want me around when I'm here. She barely acknowledges me and I know she influences my brother and sister not to interact with me. I know because I took them to a theme park 2 weeks back and they told me this after a full day of having fun with each other. So, and as much as I appreciate that I get to have the experience I do at school, I can't seem to distance myself from the distaste of my father and stepmom. So in order to avoid being disrespectful or coming off as rude, I just try to minimize the time I spend with them when I'm in their home for the summer. I don't have any friends here, so it means I go on hikes, go on runs, go to the movies, whatever I can just to be active or out and about without getting into trouble. Which brings me to my problem. My father kind of blindsided me yesterday. He sat down with me while I was eating breakfast, which never happens, before going on a hike, and he told me he's concerned that I haven't wanted to spend time with the family. I was confused because I haven't ever perceived this need from him, nor any space for it. He works all year round and all day. My stepmother is always ferrying my brother and sister to something or off with her friends. I just didn't think that they wanted that. He then said that he wants to keep me here for the final 2 years of high school and enroll me in the nearby private school so that I can be with the family. And I just panicked. I get stellar grades and I'm doing well at this school. Every report he's gotten has been good. I expressed this to him, but I was so distraught at the idea of not going back that he insisted my distress was an indication of how unattached from the family I was. I know I could have handled it better, but I blew up at him after he said this. I told him he was the reason I wasn't attached to family and that removing me from school would only remove me from the one place I had any real family. This really made him angry and he left saying he was resolved to remove me. I don't know what to do. How can I convince him to let me go back? I feel like I'm a kid again. It's the same feeling all over again and I'm so angry.
Oh my God, that's tough. You are a kid still though. Like you're 15, like you are still a kid. Like I guess you're a teenager, not a kid, but like I don't know, in my eyes you're still a kid. This is heartbreaking.
It's so funny to me that he sent her there as kind of like a punishment.
Of just not
really punishment, but like so it wasn't for her benefit.
No, it was for his benefit.
And now she actually likes it there.
Yep. You weren't supposed to
And now
it
you're
there.
taking it away from her?
Yeah.
You're so cruel. You are the most terrible dad on planet Earth.
Literally.
First of all, even listening to your new wife about sending her off to have a fresh start is beyond messed up.
It's so messed up.
I could not imagine going through this, like, up and down, like, I could...
Yeah, it's traumatizing. I'm just happy that she actually had, like, a good boarding school experience and wasn't like what you see in the movies.
Yeah.
And she's actually like, I get good grades, the extracurriculars are good, like I have a family with my friends and stuff.
Yeah. Top comment says, I suspect that once your stepmother learns what your father has said, that she will convince him to change his mind.
Oh my God, brilliant. Just let the stepmom take over sending you back.
Yeah. So there's an update that was posted in the same post on the same day. I've been silent since the first few responses because I wanted to process all the suggestions coming my way. First, thank you so much for your concern and kindness. It really helped me sit down and think more calmly about the situation. Second, I decided to write an email to my father, in which I apologized for my outburst, expressed my understanding that we should develop a better relationship, and my want for one as well. I don't know if I really want this, to be honest, but based on feedback, it seems smart to include this. And my belief that pulling me out of my school would not result in this goal. I offered alternatives like FaceTiming regularly and more consistent visits during the holidays like Thanksgiving. I also suggested that maybe we should do something together during this holiday so that we could talk and catch up. We used to hike a lot together when I was a kid, and I suggested that we go on one together, like this weekend. I also explained that I feel I've been a responsible and productive student at the boarding school, pointing out that I am head at the diversity club, have provided peer tutoring each year since 8th grade, and have maintained a good GPA, and that disrupting my schooling might be counterproductive. I explained that my outburst was due to these details, rather than me not wanting to be closer with him. I closed out saying that I know he wants what's best for me, I hope this is true, and I'll choose to believe it, and I want to work with him to make that happen. So now I'm waiting for his reply. I'm pretty anxious because I honestly don't know how he'll reply. I'm taking advice given to me here, though, and trying to make plans in my mind for any response. I haven't told any of my friends yet because I know they'll tell their parents, who may contact him, and I can't be sure how he'll react to that. If he refuses after my email, maybe I'll try to have an adult intervene. I'm still thinking it through. Anyways, thank you again. It's nice to know there are nice people all over.
That's brutal. That's
That's a good approach.
I mean, it's a very good approach. I mean, it's just brutal. She has to resort to an email.
An email, right? All right. Update number 2. He responded, OP, when we spoke, I told you I had made my decision. That stance has not changed, and I am disappointed that you have chosen to ignore my words. Do not forget that you are still a child under my care, despite what you may feel. One day you will see the wisdom in this and be thankful. I am currently on my way out on business and will be back Saturday. Until I return and am able to speak in person, I do not want to hear or read another word about this issue.
Fuck this dad.
And that's the end of it. I want to contact my headmaster and dorm parent. I have good relationships with them, but now I really feel if they contact him, that will be the end of it. I think I fucked this up. I shouldn't have sent that email. I should have waited. I don't know. My friends' parents are all pretty influential / well-known in my dad and stepmom's social circle, and I'm worried it will humiliate my dad / stepmom if they find out about this issue or try to intervene. I feel so paralyzed.
Yeah, I mean, at least she can recognize that. Damn.
Right, there's another update. I'm going back to school. A lot has happened in a short period of time. I don't think I dealt with my father's email in the smartest way, but it worked. Advice telling me to speak to my stepmom really stuck with me. I felt so desperate that I spoke to my stepmom about the situation. It became very obvious very quickly that she had no clue that my father had wanted this. She immediately left the room after I explained the situation. I could hear her arguing with him, saying it was a deal breaker and that she wouldn't have it. He called me soon after she hung up and sounded so very angry. He said it was clear I had made up my mind and didn't want to be part of the family. He said that he had wanted time to let my stepmother know and wishes I had trusted him. I didn't even know how to start explaining why I feel this view of my feelings are so wrong before he told me that since I didn't even want to try working with him, he's sending me back. He ended the call saying, I hope you can deal with the consequences of your choices. I'm angry at him because I feel that so much of this is miscommunication on his part, but I'm happy more than anything because I get to go back. Thank God. I'm going to lay low, Be as nice to everyone as possible and try to ride this out until school starts, which is soon. I'm so relieved.
Oh, Jesus.
It's bittersweet, though,
it is
because...
bittersweet. I mean, that's a brutal life. Happy is not getting torn away for her, the life that she didn't even ask for, but that she adapted to. That stepmom is wicked. Jesus.
She is.
Yeah.
That's so backwards to, like, go to her.
That's, like, it's so messed up that it worked.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
Like, that was the solution, was to, like, go tell your stepmom, like, oh, you should, like, did she just go and complain to her? She's like, oh my God, like, did you hear the news? Like, my dad's going to do this for us.
Yeah.
Like, that's so great. And then
her
like,
face
huh?
fell. She's like, huh?
And you're, like, manipulating
Beg
that
your
way.
pardon?
Yeah.
I'm happy for her, but also, like, as soon as you turn 18, girl, get away from this man.
Literally. All right. Last one from me, coming from r/ThreadTalk Podcast.
Whoa!